Let's begin on our backs. You can bend your knees or keep them straight. But do walk your ribs away from your pelvis to lengthen your low back, lengthen your neck, lay it down. Inhale, belly expands up like a balloon. Ribs go wide, and then your collarbones rise towards your face. Exhale with a ha sound. Inhale, belly, ribs, collarbones. When you ha, close your lips this time. So you still hear that ha sound at the back of your throat. Inhale, 3-part breath. Exhale, ha with the lips closed. And that's the Ujjayi breath of yoga. We're going to use it throughout this practice, except for during Dead Man's Pose. And on that exhale, the belly pulls towards the spine and the waistline cinches up. That's the sensation. Now bring your chin towards your Adam's apple and then rise up. You want to be in a neutral spine or a flat back. Inhale, lean back. Exhale, reach to the left. Inhale. Exhale. With that ha sound, or the ha with the lips closed. When you inhale, you can't breathe into your belly, so just breathe into your ribs and your collarbones. Now you're going to add a little rotation. As you go left, bring the arm left. Inhale back to center. As you go right, bring the right arm right. Look at your belly. Make sure it stays flat when you do this. It never pops out. That's what will protect your back. And to center. Bring your heels in really close as you can, and you're going to bring your hands to the bottoms of your feet. If your hands don't reach your feet, you can hold a belt and wrap it around your feet. Tuck your chin towards your chest, just drop your head, and push your feet into your hands. At the same time, you're pulling your spine towards the wall behind you. So this is a push and a pull at the same time. Drop your head. Push and pull. Now you can belly breathe here because you're not using your abs. So inhale, belly gets big, ribs widen, breathe into your back. Inhale into your collarbones. Exhale, the ribs close down, the belly draws in towards the spine. Walk your heels out 2 inches. Push and pull. So if I wasn't holding on to my feet, I'd be doing this with my back. Drop your head. Ujjayi breathing. When you inhale, see how broad you can get your back. Back feels like a balloon. Walk your heels forward 2 more inches. Push and pull. Never press into pain. So if one shoulder wants a little less push, that's fine. Heels out 2 more inches. This is moving down your back. Drop your head. Push and pull. Get fascinated with the movement of your ribs. Curl all your toes back towards you, stretching the bottoms of your feet too. Two more inches out, push and pull. Ujjayi breathing. And then knees as straight as they'll go. They may not go all the way straight. That's fine. Push and pull. Honor how much tension the shoulder wants on it. If you're finding pain, that's too much. But you do need to press into the intensity, working the edge. Drop your hands, roll up through your spine, inhaling. Bring your feet back. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, you're going to fold forward. Interlace your fingers, make a steeple. Drop your head. Straighten your elbows. Lock out your elbows. And press your shoulders down towards the floor. Reach the hands out another inch or two. Press the shoulders down. Drop your head. Ujjayi breathing. Broaden your upper back and your lower back. Super lock out the elbows. Lift your head, flip your right hand down. Walk your hands to the right, to the edge of your mat. Drop your head. And shift your hips to the left. And breathe into the shoulder blades. That will intensify the stretch. And also the left low ribs will intensify it. If one arm doesn't want to straight, use the other to pull. Come back to center. Flip the left hand down. Move the hand to the left side of the mat. Shift your hips to the right. Lean into the right. And to breathe into the right ribs. Drop your head. If this is uncomfortable for your knees, you can do it in a chair, on a table. Come back to center, onto your side, onto your elbow. Pretend you're holding a mug and then move your hand to the corner of your mat, 45 degrees of turnout, elbow directly under shoulder, stack hips and ankles, and this may be enough for you today. There's a lot of intensity here on the shoulder. Draw the shoulder back and down, slide your shoulder blade down your back, and just hold that. Eventually, you'll move on to putting your top foot down and lifting your hips just a little. Breathe like you mean it. gently move your head back and look up. Release. Roll onto your tummy for the boat. Interlace your hands behind your back, and if your hands don't reach there today, hold a belt, but walk your hands together as much as possible. Lift your shoulders way up high off the mat, belly up, pubic bone anchors down. Lift the legs and gently rest about 10% of your head weight on the ground so it doesn't overstress your back. Lift the shoulders up and shoulder blades slide down your back towards your waist. Elbows stay bent. Ujjayi. Lift the legs, belly up. Can't breathe into the belly here. You have to breathe wide into the ribs and the collarbones in the back. Release. Other side for side plank. Pretend you're on a tightrope with your ankles, your hip, and your elbow. Hold a mug, hand to the corner of your mat. And set your shoulder. The shoulder's back. It's down. So the shoulder blade is moving down towards your waistline. Gently move your head back and then look up. Keep the shoulder moving down, back and down. If you're ready to intensify it, you can bring your foot to the mat and slightly lift your hip off the floor, just slightly. If you find that your shoulder dips forward, that's too much. Shoulder must stay back and down. We're training it. We're training the rotator cuff. Just lift the hip bones off of the mat. Release. Roll onto your stomach. Hands under shoulders. Elbows in tight. Press up from the knees, always. Walk your hands in. Right foot's going to step up. Curl the back toes under. Rise up without any pressure on the legs. Place your hands on your hips, crisscross them, and then pull the swords up. Flare the fingers, belly in. And again, crisscross them. Pull the swords and flare. Breathe. One more time. Pull them. And release. We're going to shift to warrior two. So the back foot turns out and down. If your right foot's in front, the left arm wraps around, the back arm wraps around. Interlace your fingers. And then pull the back arm through. So this arm is pulling forward. Knit your front low ribs together. Pull your belly in. Anchor your tail. Just go as far as the shoulder allows. You may be way back here, like this, pulling. That's fine. You're going to change to the horse, so turn both the feet out. You're going to bring your right elbow under your left, backs of the hands together, and then the palms if you can, somewhere along that path. Just be anywhere there. Sink. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, down. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, down. Sink a little more. And then turn the other direction. For Warrior 2. Wrap the back arm around. Interlace. And this arm is pulling forward. Front knee bends. Press into the outer ridge of the back foot. Belly in, tail down. And again, you may be here, pulling. Over time, it'll come through. Front knee points in the same direction as your second toe. Then turn to a Warrior 1 on the other side with the heel lifted. Hands at your hips. Hips squared to front. Pull the swords. Inhale and flare. Switch arms. So if the left arm was on top, put the right arm on top. Pull the swords. And again. Crisscross and pull. Again for horse stance, turn the feet out, bend at the hips, this time left elbow under right. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale down. Lift your toes, you're never gripping in any of these warrior stances. And then just float your toes on the mat. Inhale as you rise, exhale as you go down. Press the inner elbows together. It stretches the elbows, shoulders, and wrists. And then straighten the knees and let go and shake it out. Come back down to your mat. However you can get there. I'm going to do a low cobra. Hands a little bit in front of the shoulders, elbows in, and you're going to rise up, press through your hands. Elbows stay in tight. Shoulder blades slide down your back and lower. Press. Toes widen and lower. If this hurts your back, just hover. So belly up. Press into your hands. We're working on shoulder stabilization, so shoulders back and down. Press up to your knees. Downward dog. Drop your head. Keep your elbows bent and pointing towards your legs. And then lift your knees if you're ready for that. Head. Bend your knees down. Sit back, stretch, palms together. And one more time, elbows point towards your knees and stay bent. And then lift. Or you can just lift one knee if you want to. Switch. Stay low. Or go high. And slowly lower down. Onto your back. Right knee over left. Drop your knees to the right. Left knee touches the ground. Arm up. Knees stay on the ground. Arm opens. Float your arm into a Y shape overhead. back to a Y, to a T, whatever feels good. The shoulder and the arms stay off the ground. If you can't keep them off the ground, roll your top hip forward some. Lengthen the back of your neck. To intensify it, straighten the elbow. Intensify it more, bend the wrist back, spread the fingers. Ujjayi. Use the abs to lift the legs. Switch. Left knee on top. Drop all the way down to the ground. Roll over. Arm up. And then open it up. Your right knee stays grounded to the floor. Float this arm. Lengthen the back of your neck. Soften your toes. Using your abs to lift your knees. Dead man's pose. Feet to the corners of your mat. Palms up. Shoulder blades down the back. Breathing is natural now. Drop your jaw. Release around your eyes and around your mouth. Throat softens. Shoulders let go. Release down your arms all the way to your fingertips. Drop your jaw. Throat softens. Heart opens. Belly lets go. Glutes spread. Calves let go. Thighs let go. Kneecaps float. Feet surrender all the way to the tippy toes. Gather up the past. Set it on a cloud. Let it float away. Gather up the future. Set it on a cloud. Let it float away. It'll come back later if you need it. Affirm the past does not exist. The future does not exist. The only true moment in time is this one. So be here. Start with your senses. Feel the hardness of the floor and the temperature of the space. And then move to inner awareness. Follow your breath inside yourself. wiggling your fingers and toes. Take a big inhale, reach above your head and stretch. Exhale, roll to your right side in a fetal position, resting. Slowly push up to a seated position that you like. Hands at your heart. Choose 3 blessings in your life and give thanks. As you exhale, lower your ego mind below your compassionate heart in reverence. Inhale as you rise, and namaste.